Hello, fellow Bitcoin plebs and bulls out there. Here we are for another FU Money. Today, the start of the week, it's Monday. And of course, as usual, we will discuss the end of last week's close. So the close of the weekly candle and also the start of this week. And we will see where we stand in Bitcoin price. Also, we are going to discuss a bit Elliott waves and Alessio Rastani's video, which was very interesting on past Saturday when he said he got the wrong count for the Elliott waves theory. And so I will also give a bit of an insight about what happened there. Let's see, people are joining, so I will just start by the usual stuff. Today is the first video of the interweek videos. So the interweek videos are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually, if nothing really crazy happens during the week. And today you will get the first number for the giveaway that will come next Saturday around 4 p.m. during the weekly live stream. So here it is, the already known image of the giveaway. You have to follow the steps here. This is on my Twitter. It's the pinned tweet on my profile, the personal one. And also you should, of course, read the click the link below this video on the notes and read the rules about the giveaway, which are here. If you click that link on the notes of the video, sorry for that, you will see that here are the things you have to do in order to get eligible to receive $100 of Bitcoin next Saturday. So you click the link on the video notes and then you follow these directives here, and then you click this last link here on the rules and you will be taken to a form, Google's form page where you have to fill in the form. But this form is only during the weekly live stream on Saturdays. So this now is closed, but it's already set up for the 30th of October, which is Saturday. So read the rules, please. Today is the first video where you will get the first number for the giveaway. Don't forget, it's really important if you want to be eligible on next Saturday. You have to start watching the videos today and then watch on Wednesday and Friday to get the rest of the numbers you need to sum them up for the form you have to fill on Saturday. Okay, so let's see how the markets are going right now. And we have Bitcoin still in first place. I wonder why. And right now we have a price of, let me just refresh the page. So right now we are at $63,200. It's an increase of 4.5% in the past 24 hours in the spot market. Of course, these are the numbers of the last 24 hours of spot market trading. Not futures, not ETFs, nothing like that, just spot market. So in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone up 4.5% and has traded almost $18 billion in the spot market alone. We have in second place something which I don't get, and it's red, it's going down again. I guess because Elon Musk tweeted some of a reply to someone that asked him if he had or how much Shiba he had, and he said none. So I guess that is not very good for the hodlers of this shitcoin. And in number 3, in the past 24 hours, we have Ethereum that rose 2.7% with only $6.5 billion traded in the last 24 hours. So this is the the outlook of the market right now in the past 24 hours, and we continue to rise in Bitcoin's price. As you see, in the last 24 hours we have been going up. So Bitcoin is recovering from that retracement we had, the correction we had just for a few days, and is now again almost at the same level as the previous all-time high, not the one we just got recently at 67,000, but the one at 64 and a few change. So we are almost there again, just $1,000 and a few $100 below. And Bitcoin is again going for the second retry at beating the all-time highs, not just the April one, but also the recent one. Okay, but that said, Let's go to the charts and see what was the end of the week, how the end of the week looked like, and how we are going right now. Okay, so at the total market cap, we had a bear signal here at the top, almost at the top. As soon as the second retracement candle started to go down, we had a bear signal. However, the bulls are perfectly in control right now of the total market cap. As you guys can see here at the momentum, this was completely crazy, completely crazy. The momentum line was going down, the bulls got into control, the bears stopped doing anything. They are in disbelief right now, and people wanting to see Bitcoin going back to 20K I guess are in shock, because Bitcoin doesn't give a damn about that and continues to go up and breaking all resistances. So the momentum line, look at this, just spiked to the upside and is now getting crazy here at the top level of the momentum indicator, and the bulls continue to be in control since this mark here, which was around the 4th of October when the bulls took control of the trading on the spot market. So this is very interesting. Also, with the start of the new week, there's the start of new levels on the trend channel. So the trend channel also got up, and we are now with the trend channel at a mark of $2.05 trillion, and this will be, of course, during this week, my bottom for the total market cap if any retracement, a big retracement occurs, which I don't believe right now because of the bulls' strength. So right now we are having again, today we are going up, and we are now at $2.623 trillion in total market cap, challenging the top of the trend channel, which also rose now to 2.75 trillion. So right now, completely control of the market by the bulls. The trend channel is going up, continues to go up. We are above the resistance context, the gray box you see here in the background, and all the indications that we are continuing this bull market as expected for a long time already. So next stop will be probably the height of the cup and handle you guys see here, which I discussed a few weeks ago with you, and I will keep this on the chart until at least we get to the famous $3.65 trillion mark, which is the height of the cup. And as you guys know, this pattern usually takes the price action to the levels described here. Okay, that's it. Today we are going to have a shorter video. It's an interweek video, so I will not take 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. That's usually for Saturdays. So in terms of dominance, right now we stand at 45.45% for Bitcoin. We had a small retracement yesterday when Bitcoin started to correct from the all-time high, and some shitcoins took advantage of that and continue to rise, like Ethereum, for example, which was around 0.06 and now it's around 0.065. So there is an increase of Ethereum's valuation against Bitcoin, and that, of course, triggered this small correction here from the 48% to 45%. 3% lost here in dominance during this candle, this red candle you guys see there. Nothing to worry about. I continue to believe that as we are right now at the absolute bottom of the momentum for the dominance, Bitcoin will rise soon and continue to outperform all the shitcoins. So we will get at least to 50%, where I said many times already, I expect heavy resistance, not just because of this accumulation here, which occurred during the few last months of 2018, but also because of the 50% line of the context and the trend channel coming back down. All will gather around 50-52%, and that's where I expect really heavy resistance and re-evaluation of this chart to see what will happen in the future. But for now, that's it, and let's take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was going down the past week. It was rejected by the MRI resistance line here, and we closed the week around 60,875, which gave us a red doji. I was expecting to have at least a green doji, or in a shooting star format here, but we were not able to close the week around $61,040, which would be the flippening to the green color for this candle. But however, the week is starting very strong, and since the close of last night, we have been going up already more than 4%. Here it indicates 3.77. However, in the other page I showed you with the outlook of the market in numbers, we saw that Bitcoin rose in the last 24 hours around 4.5%. So this is the outlook for the weekly chart. Although we had this shooting star red doji here, we are now starting the week in a strong momentum, and we are going up already around, let me check here without the logo. So we are now at 63,170 and continuing to the upside. So I guess the momentum of the bulls is really strong. If you look at the weekly chart, we continue to distantiate ourselves from the 50 period SMA, which is the yellow line, and the 20 period continues to increase the gap here. So this week started really strong. It continues to move the moving averages to the upside, and all of them are in order: green, yellow, red, purple. So this is the correct order for a bull market, and that's where we are in a bull market with continuation to the upside. I guess this is just the start of the second leg of the bull market, as you guys know, and also the cup and handle that I plotted a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Also with the targets, let's get the targets here of 74, in between 74 and 75,000, where I expect some big resistance, also because of some Fibonacci levels that I was analyzing, and also because of the for those that didn't see the live video of past Friday with Fibo Swanee, an old video where he gave us a lot of market experience and knowledge. You should go back to Friday's video and watch it if you didn't. But also, according to him, his levels also point to 74, 75,000, around those areas, for the next major area to take profits or get heavy resistance. So let's see what happens. It coincides with the cup and handle and pattern, which is the height of the cup. And let's see how that goes. But for now, we have to surpass this level of the MRI resistance level, which is still around 64,800. So let's see how that goes. Okay, for now, that's it for the chart. I don't see major problems here in the weekly chart. The RSI is still below the 70 mark, so we are not in overbought territory, but the RSI is starting to point up again after 1 week of being neutral because of this correction. So everything looks good in the RSI, not overbought, so that's not a bear signal, and we are starting to point up again. The MACD is also bullish. We have the blue line above the orange, the gap of the bars continues to increase, and all are dark green. Also, the blue line is pointing up, increasing the gap between the orange and the blue, so everything looks really nice in this chart. I don't see any reasons for Bitcoin to start a big correction in the short term. We will retry this resistance line of the MRI, probably with some difficulty. It will be overcome, so let's see what happens there, but that's the outlook for the weekly chart. Let's just take a quick look at the daily. So waiting for the MRI to load, and here it is. As I said many times, when we were around this area, when I saw the MRI top, when we broke the all-time high going to 67,000, I said I'm expecting a small retracement, a 1 to 4 candle correction, as the MRI says in the rules, and that correction happened. I said this would be around 59, 60,000, and here it is, guys. The lowest level was $59,515, exactly in the middle of 59 to 60. So this was the correction I was expecting after this all-time high being broken and going to 67,000. Now we are starting the week, and the daily candle shows that in a very strong momentum. Although we have an A extension here on the MRI, but still the daily candle continues to go up really strong and in a healthy way, which is a very slow way, but continues to go up. Although the RSI is also pointing up here, but not in overbought territory again, so this is not bearish. And the MACD, although for now it's a bit bearish because we have the blue line below the orange. I guess if the momentum continues, the MACD on the daily will flip again, and really soon we will have the blue line above the orange and increasing the gap between the two. So right now the only bearish signal here is the daily chart with the MACD, but nothing else is wrong. All the moving averages are again in order: green, yellow, red, purple, all of them in the right order for a bullish momentum. So we also had another weekly close. Just before that, let me just return to the weekly chart. We had again one of the highest weekly closes ever, the second highest weekly close ever on Bitcoin. The first one was this one here, which closed around $61,532, and here we closed around $6,875. So we had two consecutive highest close of the week in Bitcoin's price, which was amazing. So everything looks nice. I don't see any reasons for a major correction right now. I guess we are going for the second retry of the all-time high and probably some continuation to the upside. And also the MACD will, of course, if that happens, if we continue to go up, and the next day, tomorrow, we'll also have a nice green candle, I guess the MACD down here will again cross the lines and show us another bullish sign that everything looks good in the market. Okay, just taking a look really quickly here at the Pro Indicators framework, you guys see that we have been trading above the resistance context, and that's why this correction here. We triggered the correction, but immediately we went to the upside again. And with the start of a new week, there's the start of a new context. So we have now the resistance context above the price action, which is also very, very good. A very good sign here for Bitcoin. And the trend channel continues to be flat or just going sideways. So we are now halfway to the top of the trend channel. And also we have the resistance above the price action, which is very, very good. Also, there is a good indication here. You guys see this zigzag, this gray zigzag here in the middle of the context and now coming back down here. This is the moving average of the Pro Indicators framework. And since this point on, around the end of September, the moving average turned back up and now is joining the momentum to the upside. Also, there was here in the Pro Momentum framework, we also had the momentum coming back down, but at some point we just started to go neutral and we continued to go, so we started to go up a bit and now the momentum is again neutral. So we stopped this going down and the bulls returned to the control here in the short-term time frame, which is the 4 hours, are now again back in control after this control of the bulls for the last 3-4 days for that 1 to 4 candle correction. So right now, this is all, the majority of the signs are all bullish except the daily MACD and 1 or 2 more things, but which are not even relevant to discuss right now. Okay, the DXY, so the dollar was finding support on the previous swing high line, which is the orange dashed line here on the chart, and is now trying to recover a bit to the upside. But I guess the dollar will be squeezed not only by the MRI resistance line, but also by the 100 period moving average, which is coming back down. And this will squeeze the price action in between the support of the last swing high and the resistances above the price action right now. So right now for the dollar, it's very uncertain what could happen. But I guess from this price squeeze, we could have a bit of a volatile move, if not this week, probably next week in the next candle. But right now, the dollar is just trying to get back up and not being able to. Let's see how the course of this week will move this candle, and we will evaluate, of course, a bit more by the end of this week. Also, gold has good news. Gold has finally broken out of this descending channel here, which corresponds to the handle of the cup and handle that has been developing for 11 years. You guys know this already. There's a massive cup and handle in gold. since 2011, August 2011, when we started to correct the price, and then we built this incredible massive cup and handle, and finally gold is getting out of that cup and handle and trying to find its way up again, but in a very slow pace here. It's trying to break the resistances of the moving averages. I guess the squeeze resulted in some upside, and gold is now trying to go back up. So let's see how gold evolves, but if this handle is broken to the upside, we will probably have around $2,000, just a few dollars below that. We will start to have a breakout of the cup and handle, and then probably gold will get very, very bullish. The RSI is just in the middle of the area, but pointing up, so that's a good sign for gold. I guess gold will start to go up this week, and let's see how that goes. The S&P is finding resistance around the all-time high, the previous all-time high, which happened in the 30th of August week. So the first week of September, we had an all-time high, and now the S&P is again trying to break that resistance of the previous all-time high, and the start of the week does not look good. It's just going sideways here, so it's doing nothing, just holding the price and not going up or down. So I guess the momentum is not very strong on the S&P. Now, let's just discuss a few last minutes about the Elliott Waves count that Alessio Rastani discussed in his video of Saturday. And I would like to say that regarding my chart, the bigger outlook chart, the ones you guys see now on the screen, it has absolutely no impact, because the only difference is the bigger wave that Alessio Rastani was discussing, and I will be able to show you guys probably here. So he was discussing that the first wave was, in fact, I can even do it while we are discussing this. So the first wave was something like this, second wave, and then the third wave is actually the previous all-time high of April, with this corrective wave that we had here, a very short one comparing to the wave number 3, and that now we are going, I guess I'm doing this wrong because he had a third wave. No, the third wave, sorry, this is wrong. The third wave is not yet done. So according to his count, if I remember correctly from the video, he has wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3 is still not done. So I guess it will be something like around the prices we had discussed before, in between 120, 200 something. So this will be wave 3, and then he says that we will have an extended wave 4, corrective wave 4, a very big one, which could even take a long time. And then finally a wave 5, which I will just leave there for now. But this is what he says is going to happen. So my previous wave count was actually nothing like this. I had wave number 3 on the peak of the 2017 cycle of December, wave number 4 in the bear market of 2018 when we reached the lows of $3,000, and wave number 5 was matching the 5 of the yellow wave and the smaller green wave here. I will just put this one in some different color so you guys can see it better. Let's put it blue, for example, and that's much better to distinguish the waves. So this is the count that Alessio Rastani now believes is the correct one. So we are still waiting for the wave 3, which will be the top of the current cycle. Then we will have a massive wave, corrective wave 4, which he said could take several years, from 1 to 2 or even 3 years. And then a final wave 5, which could take us to $500,000 for Bitcoin, but coming much later in this decade, around 2026 or 2027, he said. Now, this gets into conflict with Willy Woo's theory of diluted cycles. Sorry, guys, just a second. So the problem here is, according to Alessio Rastani, we could have a very long and corrective wave 4, but that goes against Willy Woo's theory that we have diluted cycles, and because of the institutional money coming into the market, the cycles will have lesser and lesser corrections, or the corrections will be smaller and nothing like we saw in 2018, 85% correction from the price of the all-time high. So according to Alessio Rastani, this will happen again. And it's funny that Plan B also expects that by the end of this cycle, we will have again another 80% correction. However, Willy Woo says that these cycles will get more and more diluted, meaning that the corrections will not get so big as 80% as in the past. So there's conflicting theories here. I tend to believe more at this moment in time. I tend to believe more in, and let me say this looking at the camera, I tend to believe more in Willy Woo's theory, because I believe the market is changing. We are not in the same kind of market as we were in 2017, because in 2017 this market was 95% or more driven by retail, and right now we have a lot of institutional money coming into the market. And I'm not talking, of course, about the futures ETFs that just started last week, because that will not represent spot market valuations. But a lot of institutions are buying in the spot market. So this market is not the same as it was in 2017. That's not my belief. But just before I continue, let me just do something here. Oh, guys. Okay. I have a problem here in the computer where the messages should be displayed. So I will just say it for now. I cannot show what I wanted to show right now. I will do it later if it's possible. But the number for this first video is number 5. So that's it. It's done. I said it. And if you guys are paying attention, of course, you have the number ready, the first number for the giveaway. Okay. But now that I passed that, let me just try while I do the stuff I need to do. Yeah, it's I'm having some problems with this computer. I don't really know why. It's impossible, guys, right now. I probably will have to restart this computer here. And yeah, I cannot even show the messages that I usually show when I want to give you guys the links. So it will be next time on the next video I will do that. So just continuing my thought here, and just because this has to be a short video, I continue to believe that Willy Woo is the one that is a bit more to the right side on this topic here, because the market is different. I guess the institutional money coming into the market is making this market different. We are not driven anymore by 95 or 98% retail. So this means that with more liquidity, the cycles will be more diluted, and we will not see so many, such a big difference of all-time high to bottom of the bear market, like 85% like we had in the previous cycle. So this is what I wanted to tell you guys about the theory of Alessio Rastani, also supported a bit by Plan B, because Plan B also believes that we will have again an 80% correction following this market cycle top. But I tend to agree more with Willy Woo with the diluted cycles, which will start from this one on, and we will see that happening in the next few years or even decades. So that's my outlook for Bitcoin right now. And in summary, I continue to believe that we will continue to go to the upside. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I don't want to make this a very, very long video. I just wanted to mention this disagreement between theories by Alessio and Plan B and Willy Woo, and which side I tend to agree more. But I'm done for today, and I hope that you enjoyed this content. If you did, gently touch the like button as usual. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and so that you get notified every time I upload a video or go live, and also share it with your friends. And that's it for now. I'm sorry I could not put the number on screen, but I have a problem with the graphics computer right now, so I cannot show it on screen, but I said it, so you guys have the number anyway. Okay, and for now, I will just leave you with the usual words of wisdom.
All right, let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Exactly, guys. Let's roll and let's be really careful out there in the markets. And I will see you again on Wednesday for the next interweek video with the next number for the giveaway. Until then, bye-bye.